Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the LSU Tigers and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Here he comes with the return. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Hits the hole. It's Berry. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. On the run, deep down the right side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Got out of trouble and throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Trying to take it back. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Throwing Reed. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Quarterback signaling to his guys. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Reed. Turns it upfield. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Reed to the air again. Intercepted deep in his own end. Takes it the other way. The 50. He's inside the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. In the red area, it's Berry. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. Out wide left, it's Wilson. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. 2nd and goal for this offense. Trying to pound their way in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He breaks a tackle. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Right side, it's Edwards. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Reed. Rush right in his face. Unloads in the nick of time.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Left side is Craver. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Again, it's Reed. Taking a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football, I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Touchdown, Texas A&M. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. There he goes. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job on the defense covering that thing up.
Changing the routes with his receiver. Quick give. It's Owens. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They give it to him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, this
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Aggies trying to cash it in on first and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Trying to run it in. Beck's going for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's Durham. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off play action on first down. He wants to take the top off. Snags it on the right. Hits the crease. Inside. Touchdown LSU. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. It's a reverse. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll run the screen. He's stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They bring the punter onto the field now. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Turning it on! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Drops back on first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Calls his own number. He's past the marker. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Berry. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Escapes the pressure going right. Got some room in into the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Reed to throw. Pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver, it is.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throwing Reed. Trying to escape and get it himself. Tackle is made. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. He's defense. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Making the adjustment on the play. Reed. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Craver. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Johnson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Aggies, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab right down the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Reed to the air again. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The sack, and time has run out in the first half. They passed on a field goal attempt, and they'll get Zippo. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Orange, coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season.
Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on 3rd down. They made a big one there.
They boot it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Past the 50. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, this guy is so dangerous with the ball in his hand. That was an RPO. He caught that thing behind the line of scrimmage, but once he had it, he made one quick cut, and that was it. His speed, his elusiveness, he is so dangerous. Defense just couldn't corral him, and he rips off a huge play on what was a very short throw on the RPO.
Going downfield for the big play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
Move to his right. Right side, it's Brown. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. LSU quick to the line. Needs it here on fourth down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And the D brings the heat, man, and they catch him a little bit off guard. Quarterback doesn't know where to go with the football. And the worst thing you can do on fourth down is take a sack. It doesn't matter if you get an INT. Throw that thing up. Give your receiver a chance to make a play. He holds on to it too long, and the defense gets the sack.
Straight ahead, it's Owens. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Goes high to pull it in. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Owens. Knocked down immediately.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Rushes on, and they got him.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground, and they've got to him.
Marker, it'll be fourth down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He's past the sticks. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Durham.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Might as well run him again. Sees a crease across the 25. Rumbles all the way down to the 6-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and he gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Sells to fake. Out wide right, it's Brown. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Looking for the edge. The pitch. Here's some daylight. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the 1st down.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Had to force that one.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Reed makes the grab. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Makes the grab in their space. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Out wide left, it's Owens. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Got a man. It's Kramer. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Here's Reed to throw. Fires left. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Using his feet. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying to run, it's Owens. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Reed. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Fresh center downs going to the air. He wants to go deep. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
You start to get that offense going and start having success. You've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, you take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I
tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Second down, gonna throw it. Left side, it's Berry. Could not make his way to the corner. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on third down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Berry. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. In the backfield, it's Berry. Oh, he's got some space. Didn't want to get cute on that RPO, kept it on the ground, and they'll pick up the first down, and they're going to secure the win.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense. They're taking it.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. LSU with the 1st and 10 here.